Hello, hello.
Hello there.
All right, we're just going to take a second here and make sure everyone can hear us. If you want to send us a little comment and let us know, we'll check the chat. Welcome to our studio. My name is Katie, and this is Josh,
Hi, everybody.
and we are Fresh Breath. We are a husband wife duo from Kingsville, Ontario, and we've been playing music together for over a decade. And yeah, we're happy to be here today at the Summer Solstice Virtual Music Expo. Um, we've had a couple of experiences with this before, and yeah, so we're happy to be back. Our topic today, we thought we would talk about is gearing up for live music, as I'm sure you've heard some other people talking about today on this session and on the stage. It's exciting that it's all kind of returning. And so, yeah, we're going to talk about that a little bit. But first, we kind of just thought we would introduce ourselves
Yeah,
and talk about what we do together as a duo.
yeah. So, where do we start? I guess we'll give you a backstory, and we'll make it short because we could always go really long here. But we met. I don't even know. It's almost 20 years ago now. So and we've been playing music together pretty much the whole time. So I think we're well over a decade now playing music, like 15 or 16
True.
years.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we played music together before we dated, and then now we've been married for 11 years, and we continue to tour, and we do this for a living now. We converted a GMC Savannah van into a stealth camper van, and we love to hit the road. That's the reason that we do this, is to get out there and do as much adventuring as we can. And so this past year has been weird. It's been great because we've been able to really dial in our live show, and we have a new album coming out that is thanks to Factor. It's Factor funded, so we're very, very excited about that. It comes out August 6th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's up for pre-order right now on Bandcamp. We decided with this release we would kind of funnel it to two different streaming platforms. We chose Apple Music and we chose Bandcamp, basically because I think a lot of artists during the pandemic realized that you can't tour, so that's where a lot of your money is made on tour when you're selling your merch and selling tickets at shows.
Mhm.
And so when we put this new music out, we thought, how can we get people to purchase our music, basically, right? So and a lot of times it works out if as long as you're pushing something to your fans, if you choose something to talk about and direct your fans to that avenue, they'll go there. They're going to take your word for it, right? So we found some success with Bandcamp for the pre-order. Still up for pre-order up until August 6th. And so we've been trying to use that avenue to gain some real music fans and to get some pre-orders that way. So yeah, we're excited to release the new album. It's a 6-song EP, and we recorded it in Kingsville, Ontario, at Sound Foundry Studios with Brett Humber. And like Josh said, we got a Factor Artist Development Grant for it, which was our first Factor grant. So we were really excited about that.
Yeah, very grateful
Which
for
is a
that.
huge help during the pandemic as well to continue to record and make music, which we really wanted to do. So yeah, excited about that. Lots to look forward to with the pandemic kind of nearing the end, hopefully, and things opening back up. So yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to? We'll play a song.
Yeah, we'll play a song. Last year, 2020, we released 5 singles. We've been really busy. We're trying to stay busy so we don't have to like think too much about what's really going on in the world. But we released this song we're going to do Make It Together. And we released it last May. So it's just about a year old, a little bit older than a year. And it's definitely pertinent to the times. It's about, what if one day everything in your life just changed? And
We can all relate, I
and I
think.
think we can all relate to it. The thing about that was we wrote it before the pandemic, so we didn't even realize it at the time, but it was kind of perfect timing to release.
Pertinent.
Pertinent, yes. So we'll do Make It Together. What if one day Everything you knew just changed. Your family and your home suddenly rearranged. What if all the things you dreamed of jumped right out of you? Not lost forever, but just this time. Life's what we make of it, then let's make it together. No use making sense of it, hard to predict, just like the weather. If life's what you make of it, then let's make it together. No use making sense of it, hard to predict, just like the weather. What if one day everything that remains were just some little things in life, oh, to necessitate? Would it make you happy? Ooh, to treat you right? Or would you be wishing for another life? If life's what you make of it, then let's make it together. No use making sense of it, hard to predict, just like the weather. If life's what you make of it, then let's make it together. No use making sense of it, hard to predict, just like the weather. You bend and squeeze to tweak your mind, a sense to be compared to anyway. What if nothing was real at all, just a dream recall? Oh, a dream recall. Oh. Life's what you make of it, then let's make it together. No use making sense of it, hard to predict, just like the weather. If life's what you make of it, then let's make it together. No use making sense of it, hard to predict, just like the weather. What if one day that was our single, Make It Together. I see some comments. Thanks for performing, says Mark. Thank you for having us.
Yeah, thanks so much. We're happy to be here.
And Greg says, sounds awesome, guys. Thank you, Greg.
Thanks, Greg.
So I'm assuming you guys can hear us, okay?
That's good.
We're not just playing in our headphones like
Yeah.
nothing.
Silence.
That's great. Thank you guys for watching and tuning into our session. We really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Like we said, my name is Katie and this is Josh, and we're a husband-wife duo. We call ourselves Fresh Breath. And we have been playing together for over a decade. And in 2020, we actually quit our full-time jobs to be full-time musicians.
Great timing.
Yeah, really great timing.
Awesome timing.
And so we've been powering through. The pandemic hasn't really, it slowed us down in obvious reasons, but as far as creating music, playing music, and trying to connect with people, we've been really just ramping all that up as much as we can. And so these kinds of things, virtual things, we're really starting to get a hang of it.
Yeah, it seems like it's the first time every time for some reason, but
yeah. So thank God we have these avenues so we can still connect with people and still put our music out there, right? But yeah, so we thought we would do a couple songs and chat about our gearing up for live music return, and yeah, we'll do one more song and then we'll chat about what our plans are for the rest of 2021 and into 2022. We'll do a song of ours called "Time for a Change." And this was a song we released in 2020 as well. It came out, actually, it might be a year this weekend. It was June. It was the middle of June we
June
released it.
10th or June 15th, I think it
And
came out.
yeah, we did a music video for it in our home, and because everything was kind of like locked down, right? So we had nowhere to go. So we shot the music video for it ourselves and did it in like different scenes in our house. We did like the bathroom scene and like the kitchen and like all those things. So
The bathroom scene, you just made that sound terrible.
yeah, our bathroom's kind of pretty.
But
So
yeah, it's funny. This whole it's kind of a sink or swim 2020 was, right? Like, so you had to make do with what you had. And like, I know that a lot of artists that were in the same shoes as us were, they're just doing all your own production, all your own recording, all your own videos. And it was great because I think we came out of it with a lot more skills than we had before. Like, we were always touring and writing, and we would make videos, but they would be low budget, and you could tell. But now I feel like we've kind of stepped up that game, which is good. Like, we still have great people to work with, but if you need to do it yourself, you can. So
yeah.
yeah, it's good.
And yeah, we actually just released a brand new music video a couple of weeks ago for one of our new singles off of our brand new EP coming out in August. It's called World Gone Crazy, and we definitely stepped it up for that one. We hired a professional videographer. His name's Steve Shilson, and he's from Straylight Films out of Windsor, Ontario. And if you have a second after the expo's over, head on over to our YouTube page or our Facebook page, freshbreathband.com. You can find it there as well. And the music video for our new single is, I think, our best work yet. Really proud of this one. It's World Gone Crazy. So obviously it's about what we're all facing right now. It's about the pandemic. It's about the
social
injustices that we've been seeing over the last, ever. And it really draws some of those contrasts with some intense images of the pandemic and the riots in the streets, the protests from the Black Lives Matter movements. And the song is, powerful, but with the video, it's really powerful, I think. And so if you have a chance to check that out,
we're talking a lot about the new single, but we're not going to
greatly appreciated
because just like we're scaled back with just acoustic guitars, and I feel like it wouldn't do it justice because there's some pretty heavy rock and guitar in it, and some
Josh has his electric guitar for that one too.
Yeah, it's I feel like acoustically it wouldn't do it justice, so maybe it's intriguing you enough to just go check it out.
Yeah.
Freshbreathband.com. Obviously, after this expo is over, hang out and catch the rest of the performers and speakers.
Yeah, I'll put the link in the chat too if you guys want to check it out after. But
yeah, for
sure. Thanks for tuning in, and yeah, we'll do Time for a Change.
Sure.
All right.
Sitting here on a Tuesday, sipping whiskey, thinking about to leave it, but I'm taking you with me. Gonna leave all these small town problems behind, 'cause I know they're not your fault, and you know they're not mine. Gonna pack the Chevy and leave it all behind. Take out to the mountains of Caribbean Sea. The only thing that matters is you're there with me. And we've been singing Runaway for days and days. Let's make it happen, baby. Time for a change. Yeah. Sitting in the kitchen, thinking about cracking a beer, and I'm getting kind of fed up with
all the mindless drama that's here. Gonna leave all these small town problems behind, 'cause I know they're not your fault, and you know they're not mine. Get the Chevy ready, baby, and let's leave it all behind. Take out to the mountains of Caribbean Sea. The only thing that matters is you're there with me. And we've been singing Runaway for days and days. Let's make it happen, baby. Time for a change. Yeah. Take out to the mountains of Caribbean Sea. The only thing that matters is you're there with me. And we've been singing Runaway for days and days. Let's make it happen, baby. Time for a change. Let's make it happen, baby. Time for a change. Time for a change. Make it happen, baby. Time for a change. Time for a change. I feel it. Do you guys feel it? Oh my gosh.
Excellent. Thank you.
Thanks, Greg. Great song. Love the harmonies.
Appreciate
I see your
that.
comment. Thank you so much for listening and commenting.
Yeah, the bathroom has great acoustics. It really does. There's like that natural reverb in the shower. But yeah, it's funny. There's no like toilet in the shots, and there's no shower in the shots.
That's true.
So you can't really tell it's in the bathroom, but we know that it was in the bathroom. But yeah, I'll talk a little bit about what we have planned for this year.
Sure.
I think we like to, like I said, we're like road warriors, if you will. It's so hard for me to say. We just like that's what made us quit our jobs in the first place. We had been working full time and we had been touring on the side, and we started to do more and more extensive tours and taking 2, 3, 4 weeks off of work every year and just touring. And then once we converted our van into this like stealth camper, and we could really save money on the road by staying in a comfortable bed, and it's just the two of us, so it's very easy logistically. And we just fell in love with the road and all the stories and the chaos and the craziness. And we just looked at each other and we're like, "This is going to be the hardest thing ever." But let's do it. Like we're quitting our jobs and we're going for it. And
Yeah.
like we said, it was bad timing in 2020, but also it was great timing because now we've really. Hit the ground running with recordings and videos, and we have a lot of content to put out. So once we hit the road, it's going to be I feel like it'll be easier than sitting at home. Like we're so excited to go do it.
True, yeah.
But what that being said, usually we like to try and get all the way across the country. We'll usually go all the way to BC and back down to southern Ontario where we're from. But this year, just because everything's so up in the air and there's a lot of venues are on the fence, especially like smaller venues that we tend to play. Like we pick up a lot of gigs that like performing at restaurants and bars and stuff like that, and like places where music isn't their main focus. They don't sell ticketed like events, so it's kind of everybody's kind of on the fence. We're reaching out, and it's people don't know when they're going to start having people back, and like the restaurants want to keep that space and put a table up there so they can sell food. And so it's all kind of up in the air. So what we're aiming to do this year is we're going to stick close to home. We're going to go maybe we're within a 10-hour drive of home, so not like super close, but like we're gonna stay in
Ontario,
Ontario,
yeah.
and we're gonna
It's a
try
big,
and
big province.
yeah, we're
There's
gonna
lots
try.
to see,
There
so
really is,
yeah.
and there's lots of places to play and great crowds, and so yeah, we're just gonna try and tour Ontario as much as we can this summer once things, because we're heading in the right direction, things are starting to open up, and yeah, we just like I said, we can't wait to get back on the road. Just like that's why we did this, that we fell in love with the chaos, and it's been, the world has been in chaos, but our little world has just been in the house. And
Yeah.
we're ready for there to be some sweaty hugs out there on the road.
Yes.
So
And
yeah,
I mean, our situation, we feel lucky because we're stuck at home together and we're in a band together. And I know there's a lot of bands out there who are really, just kind of getting back together now to rehearse since the pandemic hit,
yeah,
which, it's not easy for a lot of bands. And if you have a big band,
the logistics of it all.
to rehearse in these times. And so
Yeah,
that's the one thing, that a takeaway that we've taken, that's obviously we feel lucky because we have each other and we can practice every day, and
yeah,
we don't have to try and wrangle. I mean, we do have a full band that we would love to rehearse with, and we only, play with them for certain shows, and in the future we'd like to, maybe bring that back more. But in the meantime, we realize, like, being the duo, and as we travel in the van, just the two of us, it makes our gigging life a lot easier.
yeah, we bring our dog
And
along with us, and
yeah, so we've been able to rehearse every day. We've been able to write songs. We've been able to, get in the studio, or just our own home studio, and record things, and work on our projects together, which has been great.
yeah,
So it gives us something to do. And so we feel like when we do return to live music, which it's kind of happening, if you look at our website, we have some shows coming up
yeah,
in
our July
July,
is busy.
and so we're excited about that. And we don't feel like we've lost time with, as far as rehearsals and playing music, and being able to
Yeah.
keep up our chops with
We've
that.
been playing all of our new stuff so much. We like rehearse at least once a day. We could make time. It's like a scheduled work for us. And we've been playing all of our new stuff. It's just so weird when you do these virtual expos and everything's being either recorded, or if you're doing Facebook Lives, like it's just out there, right? So we can't play any of the new stuff live until it's out. So, and just been rehearsing it, but we haven't been able to play it for
So we
anybody.
we feel like once we are back on the road, it's just
Yeah.
going to be like
It,
guns blazing. We're just going to be like,
Yeah, like today though, it's funny because like we're like, what are we gonna play today? And I'm like, let's play those 3 songs. And I'm like, oh, we haven't played these 3 songs probably since August of last year, but it's fine. Um,
Yeah, we were gonna do one more. This was one of the first singles that we had when we started as Fresh Breath Band. We had a 5-piece band, um, and it's called "Pick Up, Move On." And we thought this would be a fitting song to play uh, at this
this is
for
actually
this
one of the original T-shirts.
yeah for this session,
We were a little more hardcore
because we're
back then.
talking about the return of live music and gearing up for that. And we kind of all feel like we need to, like, pick up and move on past what we all went through. And yeah, so Pick Up Move On, it's a uh, I don't know what you would call
Self-help
it. Yeah, it's
kind of
sort of
song.
like a self-help song. A lot of our songs are like that. When we first started writing, we realized that as a writing couple, we do this thing where Josh will have a solution to my verse problem or issue, like a issue resolve type of style of writing. And so this song really showcases that. I wrote the verses, Josh wrote the chorus, and yeah, we kind of put it together and realized, like, oh, this is a kind of interesting style of writing. And moving forward, if you listen to some of our music after that, it kind of follows the same style.
Pattern, if you will.
So yeah, so
Yeah.
this is Pick Up, Move On.
Ready. 2, 3, 4.
Pick up, move on. In 100 years, well, I'll be gone. Pick up, move on. Have you ever had that one time in your life you feel you wanna curl up inside and cry? Sometimes it feels the hardest it's ever been. Sometimes you wanna give up, call it in, but you gotta pick up, move on. on. In 100 years, well, I'll be gone. Pick up, move on. The world goes on and on. We've all had someone in our lives, mothers, fathers, husbands, or wives. But when your tear ducts have run too dry, there's only one thing left to try. You know I see the same shit every day. It should be colorful, but it's only gray. But I got a little mantra for you here to get you through life's crazy years. And it goes, pick up, move on. In 100 years, well, I'll be gone. Pick up, move on. The world goes on and on. The world goes on and on. Yeah. Pick up, pick up, pick up, pick up, move on. Yeah, you got to pick up, pick up, pick up, pick up, and move on. Pick up, pick up, pick up, pick up, and move on. Yeah, you got to, you got to, you got to move on. Yeah, pick up, move on. In 100 years, we'll all be gone. Pick up, move on. The world goes on and on. Yeah, the world goes on and on. Pick up, move on. The world goes on and All right.
All right. Well, Greg, definitely we'll keep our eyes peeled for you too. We'll make sure that we get up to is that Durham County, Durham region? We'll make sure we we'll look around up there and go to freshbreathband.com. All of our dates will be up there. The way to get a hold of us, all of our socials, all of our video links and music links, everything's there. Definitely check out the new music video that we just released. It's called World Gone Crazy.
Yeah. And so our plans are to basically tour the new album and get back out there. Like Josh said, we'll be doing mostly Ontario for the rest of this year, but we're definitely going to be trying to rebook our tour that was canceled because of COVID back in 2020. And we'll head out across Canada, and we're just ready to hit the road. And we hope to see you guys out there. And
100%.
any other musicians that are listening in on this and wondering, how do I tour? How do I get on the road like that? There's really nothing to it but just to start doing it and
send 1,000 emails.
Right. The correspondence game has to be strong, and that's one thing coming from my background. I was in tour and travel for 10 years before this, and it was all about correspondence. It was all about the details, and so I took that with me with the music. And so making connections and emailing, calling, it really does make a huge difference with your bookings and your relationships with venues and your contacts. So if that's the one thing you can take away from this is nothing to it but to do it. You can do it too, and we hope to see you guys on the road one day.
Yeah,
soon.
100%. There's I'll just add just to my 2 cents. There's just a friend of ours, Dan O'Shea, from My Son the Hurricane. We had a big long chat with him about booking, and he books for his band, and it's insane. But he's just like, for every 50 emails you send, if you can get one gig out of it, that's the numbers. That's the numbers game, 50 to 1. So send 1,000 emails and you can book a tour, no problem. But you just gotta be relentless. So
Be
and we
relentless.
will continue to be, and we plan on getting out there, and we'll be sending probably 3,000 emails this year
Yeah,
to try
so
and get
check
it
your
going.
inbox.
Yeah, check your inbox.
All right.
But anyways, I'm Josh. This
And
is
I'm
Katie.
Katie. And thank you guys so much for tuning in. We had a great time with you guys today.
Yeah.
And we hope to see you on the road.
Cheers, everybody.
Bye bye.